All right, again, phase one, kind of just more in depth here, right? We talk about the feet under the armpits. That's just kind of a standard guideline. I'm starting to find that our guys probably stand a little bit too vertical. It's the one, non-athletic position in terms of stance on the football field, right? DBs have leverage. They have good pad level, solo safeties. Their posture is an athletic posture that allows them to be explosive. Well, so for us, we're trying to mimic that a little bit. We're trying to play a little bit lower, a little bit firmer, a little bit stronger and connected to the ground. Again, everybody's different. There's no one right way. I don't want to get into it with the Twitter warriors, but you know what I mean. That's just my beliefs. We talk about relaxing the elbows, and it's just again figure of speech. Really, it's hard to relax a bone, but this is what we talk about when we talk about relaxing elbows. All right, we're talking about the trap and the bicep. So when I say relax the elbows, a lot of guys, you'll see they look like they're talking on their phone when their elbows are pointed up like this. That creates a ton of tension in the trap. And again, at the bottom of the screen here, we can see tension is the enemy of speed, man. And speed is velocity, right? When we talk about speed, it's hand speed. Like that whip, the external rotation in the off arm, that's all we're talking about. And we're trying to decrease tension while we are in neutral. Again, neutral toes, we talk about being parallel to each other. Um, a lot of guys, this is a tough position for them. Whether you're squatting, power cleaning, hang snatching, I don't care what it is, bench pressing in the weight room, anytime you need to use ground force to get or move anything, your toes are naturally duck footed. Naturally. Knees are stuck on the toes and you're naturally duck footed, which is okay. If you're playing hoops, you got to go guard somebody. When you move laterally, you are duck footed. So I understand that it's a tough movement for quarterbacks. Um, but again, we're rotational athletes, right? So we have to be able and give our or give our right hip a chance to rotate. And it starts from the feet. It starts with the toes and their position. Okay, so we talk about pigeon toe again. This is something where we recruited a kid last year at Western Oregon, and as we saw him throw in person, we realized that he was pigeon toed, and what it did for the motion, what it naturally did for the motion. He didn't even realize it, but it cut out time from the motion. It made it way more efficient, and he was a shorter stroker, but it allowed him to be powerful because of the position of his feet pre-throw. Okay, again, there's a couple of things here. We talk about a slightly open frame. You know what I mean? We take our drop. It's not exactly a back pedal, but traditionally people put the left over the right. Um, in our three-step stuff, we will put the left behind the right. So left foot's forward and left will enter behind the right foot, which allows our left side to see the entirety of the field. And Cherokee understands the importance of quarterback shoulders and body language. And we're not trying to give those DBs any advantage, man, any advantage. So we're trying to see 53 and a third. All right, now we talk about a soft spine. Again, that is a feeling for the quarterback. You know what I mean? All we're trying to do here is install and teach and try to learn feelings so that they can then reinforce some of the things that they're doing, and self-correct. So we talk about a soft spine. When we talk about the spine, just before we move on, we talk about the thoracic spine, right? Which allows the body to rotate. Okay. If there's any flexion or extension or tension in that spine, the rotation is done. It just doesn't exist. Okay. And the only way for that thoracic spine to work the way it should is we need to have, again, good right foot here in terms of being parallel, which allows the right knee to do what it should to the right hip.